What up, everyone? This is Sam, better known as Third Shift Millionaire. Alright, so I have another sold. Yesterday I made another video of what I sold yesterday. I believe it was 2 items I sold. And today, again, I just sold 2 items. Now, what's behind me is a speaker. This is a Sony, like those bookshelf speakers. It's only one of them. I only had one in the store. It's a Sony speaker system rated impedance, I guess 6 point something. SSCCPI, that's the model for this. I actually bought this a year ago from Savers for $1. $1. So I bought this for $1 and I sold it for $15 plus shipping. It was for $18.99, I believe. I took a best offer for $15. I figured why not. I spent $1 on it. And this is the Talking, Feeling, and Doing game, a psychotherapeutic game for children. This is an old game, vintage old game. I remember I mentioned this on my last video, one of the videos I made when I bought a board game lot for like, I believe it was $7, 10 for $7. So basically, I believe it's 70 cents into this, and I sold it for 26 and some change. I'm gonna put the description of how much exactly I sold it for, plus shipping. So $26 this one for, and I only spent 70 cents in investment into this. The thing is, when I read this game, it's more about like, I guess people who've been abused or kids. They try to get kids to talk about what they're going through. But the thing is, when I was reading the instructions, sometimes I read the item I get just to be more well informed about it. The thing is, it's not even for parents. This is for doctors. But I advertise it. Parents could buy it also for their for special need kids and stuff like that. But you never know who's gonna use this. Maybe they're gonna put it in what's that thing called? Like a children psychiatry place. I'm not sure. I don't know who purchased it or for the reason they purchased it. But I know this one, when I was reading the instruction, I was taken aback by it. You could do a research on it to see what it's really about. So it's pretty interesting. I think this is back in 1973. They have another one out there that's a later model when I was doing the research on it. But this is the older model. This is like the first one. Some of the things are already cut up, like when you get the game, all these are gonna be in one piece. I think I have one sheet that's not, that's all together. But anyways, this is an item I sold. I am going to ship it today with this. I gotta find a box for this. I already made a makeshift box. It's kind of funny that the last game I sold was a last board game I sold was from the same lot, and I had to make a box for that board game. And apparently, when I cut the box in half, I still have the other one right here. I'm gonna use to ship this. That was like, I think a week or 2 weeks ago I sold it. I'll get to my videos. But anyways, those are the items I sold so far this week. It's really working when you're active on eBay, when you're selling, when you're listing. Your items seem to come up. Like I said, this was I think a year ago I purchased this, and it was just sitting in my store. And this one I just got like earlier this month when I went to a tax sale. Alright, this is Third Shift Millionaire. Continue to hustle, continue to work your eBay business or Amazon business, whatever business you're in. Alright, so I decided to just record this. Like I said, the box I'm using for this item, it was a bigger box. I have one right here down there. I took these from the place. So basically, what I did is I had cut it in half to ship the other board game. So I had this half laying around. I never like to throw boxes away because you never know when you're gonna use them. Case in point, like this. I know you can't see my face, but that's cool. So what I did was I just cut the side of them like so, just to make a folding branch out of it. It's not perfect. I'm not looking for perfect. I'm just looking for it to get there safely to my customer, because that's the whole point. Now it's gonna look like this. It looks a little bit tacky. I know there's this product that actually you cut the box, it measures it, and I know how to pick that item up one of these days. But for now, I'm using what I have. That's the whole point of how I started this business. That's what I love about eBay. You use what you have with anything. Let me see if I can see my face. Hold on a second. Yeah. So like I was saying, um, with anything, sometimes you just have to use what you have. You don't always have to have all the tools and play in order to make this work. You could just use what you have. As you can see under here, it's just a board, a white board that I had found. It's actually, I think it's an IKEA. It's actually an IKEA board I had found a few years ago when I first started this, because I was looking around for anything to make this business work. And I didn't use this as the board, as the table at first. I just had it. And when I moved here to this new apartment, I basically noticed that, oh my God, I could use this as my photo booth, my photo taking table. And underneath is just a box, just to give it some height. Before it wasn't high up. I usually had it on this little, those tables, those dinner tables, the one that you fold with. That's actually what's under here. It's not like very high tech. Basically, I always believe on using what you have to start anything. Um, so this is what it looks like. I mean, it looks decent to some degree. Of course, I'm gonna tape it. I'm gonna put some things to cushion it so it doesn't move around a lot. Um, so when I tape it, it's gonna look better than this. I'm just showing you what I did with it. A simple box, and I gotta get the measurements so that when I'm actually listed it on USPS, I'll put the right dimension on and the right weight. Although I already had the weight, and I estimated the length of the box I would use based on the board game. So I'm just showing you what I did with this, how I'm going to unpack this. The speaker I'm not going to show because it's just basically going to be some either peanuts or air pocket bubbles, and then put it in the box by itself, and then so that doesn't shake, which I mentioned before in my other video. I don't like things to shake when they're when they're being delivered. So, all right. So this is the simple box I made, and you're starting your eBay business. You don't have to have everything you think you need. Like I said, like this right here came in from something I purchased, and I used it. I could have sold it, but I used it as my caddy. Basically has pens, has my my utility knife and paper, just to take notes. Sticky pads. The thing is, when you do your eBay business, you're gonna find out things gonna take place. It's an evolving business. You could actually go out and buy all the materials you can. That's great, but if you just want to get your feet wet, I would suggest you take it step by step. I have a scale right there. I purchased I purchased that for my FBA business, but I transferred it to just using it for eBay. Um, but the thing is, use what you have. Always use what you have. You don't always have to have everything in order to start. You just use what you have to begin with. And this is one thing I've learned about this whole business and about life. You have to use what you have. The Bible clearly states, "Do not despise small beginnings." So you may start small, but then it expands. All this business started with regular Rubbermaid bin, where I started to ship things to Amazon, and now I have more items than I could think about right now. But you have to use what you have to begin with. So this is just a little tip I want to share with you. Use what you have to begin with. You don't have to have everything in order to start. How does that old saying goes? You have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So you just have to begin. Just take that initial step. It may look a little tacky at first, but you don't know where it's gonna take you. You don't know where your business is gonna take you. It may not even be eBay you end up doing. It could be something totally different. Like I said, I started with Amazon. I didn't know I was gonna do eBay, and who knows? Only God knows whether this is gonna be, or this could be just a season for me to do this. or I could be doing it to venture thing. I mean, I did name myself Third Shift Millionaire. I do want to be a millionaire long term. That's the end game, but it's gonna. I'm enjoying the journey to find out where it's gonna take me. So your business is gonna take you where it's gonna take you. You just gotta be open minded. And but the whole point I'm making is you have to start. Use what you have. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know. I know some people like looking at this like this is tacky. It does look tacky, but this is a double wall box. It's gonna be secure enough for my customer, and I'm gonna put a. Even though the board game is loose in there, I'm gonna put it in a plastic because I always put my stuff like that in a plastic because of rain, weather, just for the climate purposes. And I know this is an old game. It's 1973, so I gotta take in consideration that maybe this person is a collector. You know, so that's just something I think about. Think about your customer. Customer service is always number one with me. So, but needless to say, you have to start somewhere. Um, Use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy the latest, greatest. It's just like fitness. There's a lot of people who go out and buy the latest fitness gear, but they don't work out. But there's some people who don't have the latest fitness gear. They work out in jeans, and a few years later, they lose weight and they look better than the person who actually went out and bought all the hijinks, all the latest gadgets. So use what you have to do your business. Use what you have around your house. If you want to start, just start selling things around your house. Start selling things you're not using, your friends are not using, your family's not using, and you could begin that way. It doesn't take a whole lot of inventory. See if you like it. Dip your toes in the water sometime before you jump in. Before you just jump in all the way. Say, oh, I don't like this. You know, take baby steps if you have to. Sell things on and around your house and see if you like it. Again, this is Third Shift Millionaire. Continue to work hard. Continue to work smart.